And I think we're going to get there. Actually, weatherman doesn't have a chance at 15 degrees. We've gone past that for sure. It is Thursday, September the 9th, and absolutely elated to have our next guest here at Galaxy. But first of all, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, believe me, he's always in our breakfast show. And believe me, I can't seem to find my way through a breakfast show without having Tyler playing, and believe me, we're absolutely loving his work. We really, really are. So today's feature artist, and believe me, the requests have been going through the roof this morning. They really, really have for Tyler Ray. And I got to say hi to Thornell Jones Jr. as well. And thank you, brother man, for introducing young Tyler Ray to us. You don't know about Tyler Ray? Well, I tell you what, check this out.
I keep my hands on this old six string so I can't.
So Tyler, you are sounding a hell of a lot older than what you are.
Oh, do I? How old do you think I am?
Well, when I first heard this, I thought 28, 30 years of age, but I think you're in your early 20s.
I will be 27 in a couple weeks.
Damn. Okay. Well, okay.
You were pretty close. You were pretty close.
We're in the 20 region anyway. We'll call it, yeah, horseshoes and hand grenades, right? That's close. I get it. Welcome to Galaxy, Tyler. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, sir.
It was very nice to meet you guys too, and thank you so much for having me on today.
I'm loving your X's in the background.
Oh, yeah, this is just kind of the home studio. It's kind of messy, so I was trying to focus in over here.
Fair enough. Believe me, bro, we are so happy to have you with us. We really, really are. I mentioned to the people who are watching us right now, and don't forget, if you're going to watch this a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Yeah. Because you like us, and bell because we give you notifications when we have important people, much like Tyler Ray, joining us today. You're in San Diego, is that right, Tyler?
Yeah, I am.
I have friends in San Diego. I'm just wondering if you know them. They're a band called Black Market 3.
Not off the top of my head, but San Diego's a pretty big place.
Yeah. I think,
not off the top of my head.
I think Scotty and Roxy own about half of it. Anyway, let's go to the desk, bro. Welcome to Galaxy.
This one makes me lazy. This one makes my body numb, and this one helps me find these songs you hear, and this one frees my mind. This one keeps me up, and this one makes me lazy. This one makes my body numb, and this one helps me find these songs you hear, and this one frees my mind. Galaxy Radio Beats.
1,791 requests to date and climbing. Can't get through a breakfast show without playing All Aboard here at Galaxy, and it's an absolute pleasure to meet the man himself, Tyler Ray. Now, Tyler, believe me, it's an absolute pleasure to play your music here at Galaxy. But I have a question for you, and believe me, it is a fan question. What would you attribute to being the biggest part of your success?
Oof. Well, my success thus far, we'll say that. I think for me, probably one of the biggest things is playing the hard shows, playing to nobody, releasing to like a small fan base and really pushing through the struggle. Because I've been performing for 15 years, and I've played my fair share of empty venues, and it can be the struggle, but I feel like that's kind of what builds your character as an artist. Is like you got to really earn your spot to to the bigger stages. You know, you got to play the empty venues, and you got to barrel through it. And a lot of people don't make it through that stage because it's tough. But I think that's it, man. Just perseverance through that.
Well, you know, and I got to be honest with you, you're almost at 1,800 requests. When we first started playing your work, Tyler, I got to be honest, we didn't say anything. We just played it, dipped the toe in the water kind of feel, you know, see how our audience would have appreciated it, because believe me, a lot of their appreciation goes into the structure of our shows here at Galaxy. So, and we value their input, you know what I mean? So believe me, when we started playing your music, especially all aboard, just blew up our internet. It really, really did. Now, I want to say hi to Sean Simpson. Nice to have Sean on board. Love you, Sean. We really, really do. Jackie Guy is with us as well, and nice to have Jackie on board as well. Now, at the same time, a young lady has asked me, coming out of Germany, her name is Gretchen, as a fan, how do we get hold of you, Tyler? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Tyler, do you respond?
Yeah, absolutely. So my social handles on pretty much everything is just going to be Tyler Ray Country. So just TYLERRAYCOUNTRY, and that's going to be pretty much on everything. My Twitter game is a little weak. I try to be into it. It's hard for me. It's a difficult platform for me. But my Instagram is something I'm really up on. My Facebook is something I'm really up on. And yeah, you can, and I do respond to. I try to respond to everything. Sometimes if you're a new follower, sometimes for whatever reason, Facebook and Instagram sends your message into the abyss of like, it doesn't go to my regular box. So sometimes I'll pop in there and I'll be like, has anybody sent anything? And I'll get like 10 messages that I just haven't seen from like 2 weeks ago, and everybody thinks I'm ignoring them. But I do my best. I definitely do my best.
Fair enough. Now the big hard question is basically, do you have a website? Can we download your music from your website, or are you on all the platforms as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Both. So my website is www.tylerraycountry.com, and yeah, my music is up there, and I'm on all major platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, iHeart, all the major platforms, pretty much everywhere should be up there and should be up and running.
Now the big question, my friend, and believe me, it is a big question. Do you have a merch store? Do you have a brand? Can we buy, t-shirts, koozies, guitar picks, etc.?
Yeah, right now I have some shirts up on the site right now. I am kind of working on some new stuff and hopefully going to be getting some new stuff in. But yeah, right now I do have shirts up.
Okay, the reason why I say that literally is now, believe me, you're going to have thousands of people contacting you, wanting to be able to be your friend, wanting to be able to, and just schmooze you out for stuff, much like me. Now,
I hope so.
Now, at the same time, I'm going to, be cheeky here. I'm going to say, how about sending me a t-shirt? Now, the reason why I say this is while we're doing this, people actually look at who I'm wearing. And before you know it, they're on the interwebby thing. Well, you might sell another couple of koozies. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? I got you, Grant. I got you.
I'm onto it. Believe me. I'll get Barbara to give you all the details and everything. And
have your people call my people, and I'll take care of you.
Very cool. I like that. That's very, very businesslike. Let's pass the buck. I like that a lot. Now, at the same time, Tyler, how are you going with this COVID virus thing over there?
Oh man, it's been weird. I mean, live music pretty much just stopped. Overnight. It was kind of an interesting thing. I was touring for a while with a couple different bands, and then I moved to San Diego, and I slowed down for just a minute. Tried to catch my breath a little bit while I was getting situated in a new place, and it was wild because just right after that, just everything shut down. It's been closed for a year and a half, and just right now, I booked 3 shows this afternoon, just this afternoon, and things are popping off like wildfire, man. I'm getting a lot of emails and booking a lot more shows, and it's good that things are opening up again,
Absolutely, and believe me, we here in New Zealand, for a little while there, we didn't have anything in the community. Then we did a sort of a bubble thing, trans-Tasman bubble thing with Australia, which was devastating, really, because then we got the Delta series here in New Zealand. We've just Auckland, our biggest city in the North Island, is still under lockdown at level 4. We were just recently in level 3. Now we're back down to level 2, so we're starting to feel a bit comfortable. We're getting all over top of it. But, you know, sooner or later, I honestly can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're going to, you know, be able to get back to business if we just persevere. You know what I mean? And right now, literally, the scientists are doing their best, and I think they're learning more every day. So we need to trust this. We really do. And I do feel in the near future, here in New Zealand, we're going to start experimenting with different countries coming to New Zealand and visiting over in different countries, as long as you have basically your injections, you got your passport kind of thing done. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Otherwise, I think you're going to be a pariah if you don't, to be honest. You need to get it done. Not only to look after yourself, but those around you. And that means not only here in New Zealand or anywhere else in the country, in the world, just do the right thing. Now, the reason why I'm leading up to this, Tyler, is basically once we do get our borders back open again, would you be interested in coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would love to. One of my good buddies, when I was over at MI, when I was studying music business, is from New Zealand, and he's a fantastic songwriter. His name's M. Bossa, and yeah, he's phenomenal songwriter, and he's told me so much about New Zealand, and I would love to go. I think it'd be really, really cool.
Well, I hope he's told you that we're crazy over here.
Oh, I'm sorry, it broke up just a little bit.
I hope he told you that we're a little crazy over here.
Oh, yes, and he is a little bit crazy too, but yes.
Well, of course, he's a Kiwi. He's a Kiwi. And by the way, a Kiwi is not a fruit, it's actually a bird, our national bird.
Yes, I actually did know that. I did know that. For whatever reason. I don't know why, but I did know that.
Well, you'd be surprised. I was talking to a person the other day, and he thought it was actually, we were named after the kiwi fruit. And I went, no, bro, you know, it's a flightless bird. But don't say that we can't fly, because we actually have our own airline.
Which, in all fairness, a kiwi fruit is also delicious. But, you know.
Actually, where we are right here, we're in the heart of it. This is where we grow kiwi fruit, right here in Bay of Plenty. And believe me, we would love to show you around New Zealand. But, you know, I must warn you that I'm up to shenanigans, so be prepared for anything. Okay?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Have you ever heard of Queenstown?
Queenstown, specifically, no, I don't have any data on that.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, when you meet up with your friend again, believe me, he'll be able to confirm this. And I'm talking about Queenstown, not Queensland over in Australia.
Sure.
Yeah, no, Queensland over in Australia, that's where all the men wear dresses and drive fast in cars, you know, call it drag racing. You might get it sooner or later that we actually love to give the Australians a bit of stick because they give us a bit of stick, you know what I mean? So, fair banter.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to. It's like, kind of like a brother.
Yeah, it's the neighbourly thing to do, isn't it?
It is.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, the reason why I'm asking about Queenstown, not Queensland, is, well, it's a little boutique kind of town come city where all the A-listers from around the world go and just party, have a good time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, you never know who you might run into. Shania Twain actually owns property down there, literally. Kevin Costner was down there pre-COVID virus. Same with Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves. They all go there. It's the kind of place where you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Okay, then I'm the only one who hasn't been.
Yeah, well, you know, it is a bit of a secret. You know, they don't tell their wives, husbands, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Anyway, as I'm saying, you never know who you might run into there. But believe me, Tyler, you don't want to run into me.
That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, I'll throw you off a bridge.
I bet.
Yeah, and I'm not joking. That's the whole thing about it. The funniest thing about it. Down there we have a thing, and a good friend of mine is the, well, he introduced it to New Zealand. We have a thing called bungee jumping.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
I love the look, I really,
Yeah.
really. Yeah, believe me. And the good thing, Tyler, is you're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee.
That's perfect. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah, good segue into that, isn't it? Believe me. Oh, but at the same time, while we're down that way, we'll take you on the shot over river, and you will absolutely love that. This is big, go fast boats. These guys turn the stuff inside out, upside down, all around the place, and you won't spill your beer.
That's the most important part.
Yeah, we have a thing here called lids.
I actually saw, and I swear Instagram marketing just does a great job. They know exactly who I am and what I'm into. But I saw an ad for a koozie that has like a magnet built into the bottom, and like they like videos of like trucks with the koozies on the top, and they're just driving through a bunch of mud holes, and then they pull the beer off and they drink the beer and they put it back on top, and it's like doesn't spill. It's crazy. It's wild.
Oh, good idea.
I thought that was so cool.
I love that idea. I really, really do. And they stay cool in the koozie too. They really do. Now, I just got to ask you, Tyler, do you kiss in the kitchen often?
As often as I can. I try to.
Is this an homage to the girlfriend, to the wife?
It is. There's actually there's a pretty funny story behind it, but it's very literal. A lot of my songs are very literal and true. And I would say in that song, 100% of it is true. Like, every word in that song is true. And that was like kind of one of those things where I've been with my lady for, December will be 11 years. And I feel like there's a point in everybody's relationship where you're like, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, I don't know if we want to be doing this. You kind of have that feeling for a little bit. And of course, in our case, like, we pretty much just stayed together during that period. And that was kind of the joke that, like, her friend was at her apartment. And she's like, she was sitting on the counter and I was standing next to her. And I guess we were kissing in the kitchen. And her friend was like, you know, you guys are kind of saying you're not really together, but you kind of are, and, like, now you're kissing in the kitchen, so what is it? And, like, I was like, I got you. Write a song about that. But, yeah, that was the truth, yeah.
You know, I love stories like that, I really, really do. So, and believe me, basically we're releasing this to the world, and we have been playing it, but we haven't said anything to anybody about it. Today's feature artist here at Galaxy is Tyler Ray, kissing in the kitchen. So how you feeling, Tyler? You okay?
I'm great.
Nice.
I am great.
Nice. Are you recording more music in the near future?
I am. I'm actually sitting on a new master.
Ooh,
I'm hoarding it.
Ooh, that sounds lumpy.
It is a little bit lumpy. No, this is the one that we've got in the pipeline right now. I'm wrapping up the artwork on it right now, and it is by far one of my favorite songs that I've ever done, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about it.
So my question to you, Tyler, is will you come back again? Can we release this as well?
Yeah, of course.
Very cool.
Of course.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We would be honoured to be able to work with you further, follow your career, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate y'all, and yeah, of course, no doubt.
Now, do you know anything about the Galaxy Artist page on Facebook?
No.
I have seen it.
Okay. Use it, bro. It's for artists. It's free. It's to promote yourself. And believe me, we have a millennia of people go through this and look, you know, at different artists, everything, what they're doing. It doesn't matter if you're going to the opening of a shoebox. advertise.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because believe me,
Yeah.
there's venue people from around the world, there's promoters, there's labels, there's all types of people go looking in there. So you never know what might come of that. Okay?
I will take you up on that.
Nice. And Barbara, does he know about the magazine?
No,
He doesn't know about the magazine?
No, I haven't talked
Okay,
to Thornell
we'll
about him.
we'll talk to him about the magazine
After.
after this. What do you reckon? And you're going to love this, Tyler, you really are, because we would like to be able to get you in touch with a good friend of ours who has a magazine and it's viewed everywhere. Okay?
Okay.
Very cool.
That's
I guess you couldn't leave me, but I knew it all along. You said you were sorry for the time that you were gone. I said, honey, baby, don't you worry about a thing. I got down on one knee and I pulled out a ring. Kissing in the kitchen, kissing in the hall, kissing in the bedroom, back against the wall, kissing in the shower, kissing on the floor. And now we're kissing in the kitchen. Galaxy.
That's right, you're right. Here at Galaxy 107 FM today, joined by Tyler Ray, coming out of LA, well, you know, San Diego. And believe me, it is an absolutely fascinating young man. I think poised to make it in the big scene. I really, really do. And of course, I've got to thank Thornell Jones Jr. as well for introducing us to Galaxy. And Tyler, believe me, we would love to have you come back again. Now, at the same time, we were talking that you do have a little something in the pipeline, in the works. Now, tell me, are you looking at releasing an EP, maybe an album, near future?
I would love to. Yeah, so there's like chat about it within the team, kind of trying to figure out the right way to do it. I definitely have more than enough songs that I would love to track and release. Daniel Dennis is a phenomenal producer, and unfortunately for me, word is out about him, and he is a very busy man. So I've got demos sitting with Daniel that are like, as soon as we get an open day or a cancellation, like, put this in line, like, let's do it, you know. So we've got some songs in line with Daniel, and yeah, I think it depends on how quickly we can get them knocked out and tracked. And there's a cool studio out in Thousand Oaks, California, Studio 81, that this guy Katz is my vocal engineer for this previous one that you haven't heard yet, and the next few. And so we're looking forward to getting back in there with Katz and getting back in there with Daniel and getting some more tunes pulled together. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Very cool, because believe me, when you do, how about sending me a box load so that we can do a Tyler Ray giveaway here at Galaxy? And believe me, we give stuff away to everywhere in the world. And so believe me, you will get it. It doesn't matter where you are. We'll send it to you, believe me. And I know a few people already significantly saying we'd love to have one of those. So we will let you know when we receive them, when we're going to do a Tyler Ray giveaway. You will love it. Now, Tyler, don't go anywhere just yet. Unfortunately, we do have to go. But we're going to do a couple of things behind the scenes. And, well, you know, just don't show them too quickly to Thornell now, will you?
Okay, I won't.
That's right, I'll send them to Thornell.
Yeah, Barbara's going to send them to Thornell anyway, I know this. But in the meantime, let's go back up to the other studio. Here's Holly Johnson. You know Holly Johnson? Yes, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, of course. Americanos.